Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this week's special COVID pub quiz with myself, Lee. This week, as I have previously mentioned, is the food and drink quiz this week. I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to throw in some more questions. So it's going to be 3 rounds of food and drink. Each round is going to consist of 20 questions, so total of 60 points in all. What I will do for this week, I will read the first 20 questions out, give you a little time, and then we will give you the answers after each round instead of my usual general knowledge quiz, which I do. If you can, let me know you're in. For those that are regular to my quizzes, thank you for joining me. It's nice to see that you're all still following me and supporting me, which is good. I hope your last couple of days have been good. Not the best weather we've had today, but still, as long as you can find projects to do, that's the main thing. As I say, each question I will give you 30 seconds to answer. I'm going to challenge myself with reading some of the questions out and see how we go. As we say, as always, it's just a laugh and a joke. So what I'll do, depending on how today goes, I will stick to doing my general knowledge quiz on a Monday, and then if I carry on doing the special quizzes on a Wednesday at 7 o'clock, I'm going to relate it so everyone can do it. So I'm not going to relate it to like a specific program or a certain thing like a lot of people like food and drink. That's why I'm doing the round. Next week I might do like a comedy round relating to comedy sitcoms, because I'm sure a lot of people watch comedy. Hello to any first time viewers as well. I do a general knowledge quiz on a Monday at 7 o'clock with my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please do. Should give you some notifications of when I will next be doing quizzes. So we'll start shortly. As I say, it's going to be 3 rounds, 20 questions each. Then I'll give you a little bit of time to answer, and then we'll go through the answers after each round. So we're doing an extra 10 questions than what I usually do for my general knowledge. As you can see, I dawned on another one of my funky shirts that I own. I like to keep it live, you know what I'm saying? If you all got your pens and papers at the ready, jot them on that. Don't write them in the comments box as usual, otherwise it just spoils it for everyone else. Some words I will probably spell out for you as well, just to give you a little bit of helping hand of, because some of them are foreign words, so they will help out if I spell them out for you. So yeah, so I hope everyone's keeping safe, finding projects to do if you're not working, or if you are working. Shout out to Kim and Scott, Leslie and Emilio, Lauren and Liam, Leonie and Fred, Cameron, that I'm sure are all watching. If not, then you might have caught up on the catch up afterwards. So yeah, we'll start off. Where should we start? Start off in a couple of minutes. Good evening to Tony and Anne as well for joining me, following me every week. Thank you for your support. So we'll start in about 30 seconds. So if you make sure you've got your drinks or snacks. After round 2, I think we'll have a quick break. Get a top up before we go into round 3. So like I say, 3 rounds, 20 questions each round, and I will give you the answers after each round as well. So if you've all got your pen and papers at the ready, we shall start. So question 1 for round 1 is, what type of pastry are profiteroles made from? So what type of pastries are profiteroles made from? Question 2. What is the main flavour of aioli? So that's A-I-O-L-I. So that's, what is the main flavour of aioli? Or aioli, if that's how it's spelled. Like I say, I'm challenging myself with a few words. I have looked up how they're said, but whether they come out how I say them is totally different. So that was, what is the main flavour of aioli, spelled A-I-O-L-I. Will be some challenging questions in this. Hopefully everyone will do okay. Question 3. Which vegetable can be oyster, chestnut, or shiitake? So which vegetable can be oyster, chestnut, or shiitake? Question number 4. What is a Wiener Schnitzel? So that's, what is a Wiener Schnitzel? I like seeing everyone's comments that they comment on. It's makes me chuckle sometimes. No cheating, like I say. It's not fun if you cheat. Question 5. How is steak tartare cooked? If you all remember the famous Mr. Bean episode, if you watched them, he once had the steak tartare in one of his episodes, which he did not enjoy. So the question was, how is a steak tartare cooked? Question 6. Which drink is Worcestershire sauce traditionally added to? So that's, which drink is Worcestershire sauce traditionally added to? I can honestly say it's not one of my most favourite sauces. I'm not a lover of Worcestershire sauce, so I would not be putting it in a drink. I'm sure many of you out there do enjoy it. But for me, it is not. Question 7. Which fish is the main ingredient of Scotch woodcock? So which fish is the main ingredient of Scotch woodcock? Question 8. What is the beef fillet cooked in puff pastry called? So what is the beef fillet cooked in puff pastry called? As I say, the quiz is a bit longer today. But I'll give you a couple more questions than what I usually do, see how we go, but with only 3 rounds. If you enjoyed the quiz, give me a thumbs up as well if you can. Let me know you're enjoying it. Question 9 is, what gives Windsor red cheese its colour and flavour? So, what gives Windsor red cheese its colour and flavour? Could possibly do a round 1 week on a football round as well, for anyone who enjoys watching football as well, so that could be one. Been asked to answer that last question again, so that was, what gives Windsor red cheese its colour and flavour? So that was question 9. Question 10 is, what is Worcester Pearmain? So what is Worcester Pearmain? Or Worcester. Like I say, I struggle with reading the words sometimes, but it's all good fun, learning curve as well for me, and I'm sure for anyone else. I've been asked to spell that, so that's, what is Worcester? So Worcester, Pearmain. So Worcester Pearmain. So number 11 is, which meat is used in Glamorgan sausages? So which meat is used in Glamorgan sausages? Question 12. Which vegetables can be Pentland Crown and Maris Bard? So, which vegetables can be Pentland Crown and Maris Bard? Hello to anyone that's just joined us as well. Food and drink quiz. Question 13 is, what type of food is basmati? So nice and easy, what type of food is a basmati? Question 14 is, what is Roquefort cheese made from? So what is Roquefort cheese made from? Well, how do you know you got it right? Depending on what question it is. I ain't giving you the answers yet, so... Question 15 is, which fruit is a cross between a blackberry and a raspberry? So, which fruit is a cross between a blackberry and a raspberry? Question 16 is which type of pasta's name means little worms? So which type of pasta's name means little worms? Question 17 is what ingredient is included in food in a Florentine style? So what ingredient is included in food in a Florentine style? Question 18, what is pancetta? So what is pancetta? Question 19, what is the main ingredient of black pudding? So what is the main ingredient of black pudding? And the final question for round 1 is which herb is in pesto sauce? So what herb is in pesto sauce? So that is your 20 questions for round 1. What we will do, I will give it a minute to give all your answers and then we will go through them all together. I'll give you a minute and 10 seconds, I think I'll give you. Equals up. I hope everyone did okay in round 1. A few difficult words in there for me to pronounce, but like I say, it's a learning curve. Hope you're all still enjoying the quiz, and if you joined me for my general knowledge quiz, I'll be doing one again on Monday at 7 o'clock. So hopefully you can join in for that. I will keep doing them till I go back to work at least. And then when I do, we will see what happens. I might go down to doing 1 quiz a week, or possibly might still do 2. We shall see what happens when I go back. Rightio, if you're all ready, we shall go through the answers to round 1 and then we shall move on to round 2. So round 1, question 1 was what type of pastry are profiteroles made from? The answer is choux pastry. Question 2, I asked what is the main flavour of aioli, and I spelt that word for you. The answer is garlic is the main flavour. Question 3 is which vegetable can be oyster, chestnut or shiitake? The answer is it can be a mushroom. Question 4 is what is a Wiener Schnitzel? It is veal. The answer is veal. Question 5 is how is steak tartare cooked? It's cooked. It's served raw. So as I mentioned, if you watched the Mr. Bean episode, which I have many times, he had a raw steak tartare and he was getting rid of it in different areas. Once was in a woman's handbag, I think, and down someone's trousers. Anyway, question 6 was which drink is Worcestershire sauce traditionally added to? It is tomato juice. Question 7 is which fish is the main ingredient of Scotch woodcock? The answer was anchovy is the fish. Number 8 was what is beef fillet cooked in puff pastry called? It is a beef Wellington. I do enjoy beef Wellington. Number 9 is what gives Windsor So what gives Windsor red cheese its colour and flavour? The answer is a red wine. Number 10 is what is Worcestershire Pearmain? The answer is apple. It is a type of apple brand. Number 11 is which meat is used in Glamorgan sausages? The answer is none. They're all made of cheese. So a bit of a trick question there. There is no meat in Glamorgan sausage. Number 12 is which vegetables can be Pentland Crown and Maris Bard? The answer is potatoes and cabbage. 13, I asked what type of food is basmati? Nice and easy, it is rice. So I'm assuming that was the one Emilio was cheering because he got right. Number 14 is what is Roquefort cheese made from? The answer was ooze milk or used milks. Yes, sorry, my apologies. Question 15 is which fruit is a cross between a blackberry and a raspberry? The answer is a taberry. Number 16 is which type of pasta's name means little worms? The answer is vermicelli is the type of pasta. Number 17 was what ingredient is included in food in a Florentine style? The answer is spinach. Then I asked what is pancetta? It is bacon. Then what is the main ingredient of black pudding? Is blood. I don't like black pudding myself, but I'm sure many of you do. And the last question I asked was which herb is in pesto sauce? And the answer is basil. So that was your first round of 20 questions. I apologise if it might seem a bit long, but I might go back down to the usual 50, but we'll see how we go. So I'll let you just tally up your scores quickly on round 1, and then we will move on to the next 20 in round 2. So this quiz is related to all food and drink. There is no other type of questions involved. Right, let's move on to round 2. Question 1. What type of fish is in an omelette Arnold Bennett? So what type of fish is in an omelette Arnold Bennett? Question 2 is what shape is the pasta called rigatoni? So what shape is the pasta called rigatoni? Question 3, what is couscous made from? So what is couscous made from? Question 4, what 3 main ingredients are added to mayonnaise to make a Waldorf salad? So what 3 main ingredients are added to mayonnaise to make a Waldorf salad? Question 5. What is a Kugelhof? Now I'll spell that for you. That is Kugelhuff. So what is a Kugelhof? Kugelhof. Number 6. In which country do red onions originate? So which country do red onions originate? Question 7. What is added to cheddar cheese to make Ilchester cheese? So what is added to cheddar cheese to make Ilchester cheese? Question 8. What is laver? So what is laver? Laver. So what is a laver? Lava. Laver. Cheers. Question 9 is what type of fish are Arbroath smokies? So what type of fish are Arbroath smokies? It's Arbroath. Arbroath smokies. So what type of fish are Arbroath smokies? Again, all I can do is apologise for my pronunciation for some of these words. I think in future I'm going to try and avoid any difficult words to say. Question 10 is what type of milk was mozzarella cheese originally made from? So what type of milk what type of milk was mozzarella cheese originally made from? We're all here for a laugh, so as long as I'm making you happy and laugh, that's all that matters. It's all good fun. Question 11. What are the two main ingredients of hollandaise sauce? So what are the two main ingredients of hollandaise sauce? Question 12. What are the sugared almonds often used at weddings called? So what are the sugar almonds often used at weddings called? Question 12. Sorry, no, question 13. What does Kulibiak originate and what is it? So where does Kulibiak originate and what is it? And that is how it's said because I checked that. The spelling is Coulibiac. So that's where does Kulibiak originate and where is it from? Oh, sorry, what is it? So where does Kulibiak originate and what is it? So what, I'll give you an extra point for that if you can tell me what it is as well as where it originates from. So possible 2 points on that answer for number 13. Question 14. What is a carbonade cooked in? So what is a carbonade cooked in? Question 15. How does paella get its name? So how does paella get its name? Question 16. What is the main vegetable ingredient of moussaka? So what is the main vegetable ingredient of moussaka? Moussaka. Question 17 is which nut do you find in pesto? So which nut do you find in pesto? It's all Greek to me. Got to throw in one Greekish question somewhere along the line. Question 18 is which country has the highest usage per person of olive oil? So which country has the highest usage per person of olive oil? Question 19. Which luxury food shop has been in Piccadilly, London since 1707? So, which luxury food shop has been in Piccadilly in London since 1707? final question for round 2 is tripe, popular in the north of England, is what? So what is tripe, which is popular in the north of England? So that is your 20 questions for round 2. I'll give you a minute or so to just tally up your answers quickly to see if you've missed any, or give you a little time just to write them down. Then we'll go through the answers, then we'll have a quick break, and then we'll come back and go on to the final round, round 3, the final 20. And then it'll be nice, let me know how you're getting on after the break. If you're still enjoying it, hopefully you're not getting too hungry, and that's what the break's for. Obviously, if you want to go and get some nuts or crisps or something just to munch on while we do the last round. So we'll go through the answers real quick, and then we'll have a quick break. So round 2, question 1, I asked what type of fish is an omelette Arnold Bennett. The answer is smoked haddock. Question 2 is what shape is the pasta called rigatoni? The answer is it's tubed shape. Question 3, I asked what is couscous made from? It's made from semolina. Number 4 is what 3 main ingredients are added to mayonnaise to make a Waldorf salad? And that is apple, celery, and walnuts. Question 5, I asked what a Kugelhof? The answer is a cake. Number 6, in which country do red onions originate? It is Italy. Question 7 is what is added to cheddar cheese to make Ilchester cheese? The answer is beer and garlic. Number 8 is what is a laver? The answer is seaweed. Number 9 is what type of fish are Arbroath smokies? The answer is haddock. Then I asked what type of milk was mozzarella cheese originally made from? The answer is buffalo milk. Number 11 are what are the 2 main ingredients of hollandaise sauce? And that is egg yolks and butter. Number 12 are what are sugared almonds often used at weddings called? And they are called draggies. Not druggies, draggies. 13 is where does couliback originate and what is it? Now, an extra point here, if you can tell me what it was. It originates in Russia, and what it actually is a fish pie. So an extra point if you got fish pie for that. Or if you got one and not the other, 1 point. Where are we at? Number 14 is what is a carbonade cooked in? And the answer was beer. It's cooked in a beer. Number 15 is how does paella get its name? And it gets its name from the pan that it's cooked in. Number 16 was what is the main vegetable ingredient of moussaka? And for all the Greeks out there, they will know it's aubergines. And obviously for anyone else that knows what goes in it. Number 17 is what nut do you find in pesto? The answer is a pine nut. 18 is which country has the highest usage per person of olive oil? And the answer was Greece. Number 19 was which luxury food shop has been in Piccadilly, London since 1707? That has been Fortnum and Mason. And the final question was tripe, which is popular in the north of England, is what? And the answer I was looking for is the stomach. It's usually of a cow's stomach. So that is your 20 questions for round 2. Now we'll have a short break. I'm going to get a top up of drink, and then we will come back and do the final 20 questions of round 3. So while we have a quick break, let me know if you can how you're getting on with your scores of the first 2 rounds. If you're still enjoying it, that's good. And if anyone has any suggestions of the next popular quiz, I'll feel free to take any options, and then I can think of what I can do. So I shall see you shortly. Hello and welcome back. Hope everyone is enjoying the quiz. Hope you've all got your refreshments or snacks available. What's everyone saying? So if you can, let me know what scores you're getting on the first two rounds, or you can just wait until the final round, and then we'll see how we get on. If everyone is ready, like I say, we'll have a quick short break because there's quite a few questions in these rounds, so short break. So if you are ready, we will go into the final round of the final 20 questions. So question 1, what kind of oranges are used to make marmalade? So what kind of oranges are used to make marmalade? Question 2, from which animal does Italian pancetta come from? So which animal does Italian pancetta come from? Question 3, what is the main ingredient of tarka dal? So what is the main ingredient of tarka dal? So Tarkadahl. Question 4, what part of the lotus flower is frequently used in Asian cookery? So what part of the lotus flower is frequently used in Asian cookery? Question 5 is what is the national dish of South Africa? Question 5 is what is the national dish of South Africa? Question 6. Preserved lemons are popular in Morocco. How are they preserved? So preserved lemons are popular in Morocco, but tell me, how are they preserved? Question 7. Which popular nut grown in the Middle East is green? So which popular nut which is grown in the Middle East is green? Question 8. What confectionery product is traditionally bought as a gift from a seaside holiday? So, what confectionery product is traditionally bought as a gift from a seaside holiday? Question 9. What does artisan mean? So, what does artisan mean? Question 11. No, sorry, question 10. What is affinage? So, what is affinage? Now, I'll spell that for you. That's AFFINAGE. So, what is affinage? Question 11 is what is the name of for the removal of the green and white stalks of a strawberry? So, what is the name for the removal of the green and white stalks of a strawberry? Question 12. Wasabi is used in which type of food? So, wasabi is used in which type of food? Question 13. What nut does Waldorf salad contain? Now, to help you out here, I did mention this earlier on in the quiz as well. So, what nut does a Waldorf salad contain? Question 14. English Toffee Day is in which month? And I'll give you a bonus point if you can tell me the actual date as well. So, English Toffee Day is in which month? Extra bonus point if you can tell me which day or the date of it. Question 15. Mole sauce often has which sweet treat in it? So, mole sauce often has which sweet treat in it? So, for me, I've had my dinner tonight. Let me know what everyone else has had. Myself, I had a nice omelette tonight. No, it was not a fish omelette, which was in the quiz either. Question 16. Kobe meat originates in which country? So Kobe meat originates in which country? Question 17. For what dish is air injected under a duck's skin to separate it from the fat? So, for what dish is air injected under a duck's skin to separate it from the fat? Question 18 is what color is a typical Maine lobster after it is cooked? I've been asked to repeat question 15 again. So mole sauce, as MOLE sauce, often has which sweet treat in it? So mole sauce often has which sweet treat in it was question 15. And number 18, which I just read, was what color is a typical Maine lobster after it is cooked? Question 19. Brown shrimp are native to Morecambe Bay in England, but how are they preserved? So brown shrimp are native to Morecambe Bay in England, but how are they preserved? Hi Jason, nice of you to join us. We are just coming to the end of the quiz, but if you've missed it, you can go back and watch it once it's loaded up on the main YouTube. And the final question of this week's specialist quiz is, which fatty acid is found in many fish and considered to be a major health benefit? So that's which fatty acid is found in many fish and considered to be a major health benefit? So that is this week's specialist quiz of food and drink. Hope you've all enjoyed it. I'll give you a little bit just to write down your answers, and then we will go through the final answers ourselves. I hope you've all enjoyed this week's quiz. I know it's been a bit longer than usual. More questions. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed it, knowing some new information myself and giving myself some challenges on how to say things, pronounce things, even if I did say them wrong. Hence why I've spelt them out for you. Next week I'll have a think over the week to see what subject I do. And just, I might, like I say, I might do a specialist comedy quiz or another related quiz. I might just do a drinks quiz instead of this week's mainly been on food. But we'll see how we go, see how many views I get over the next week or so. If I'm getting good views, if everyone's enjoying it, then I'll carry it on a Wednesday as well. But like I said, I hope you can join me on a Monday for the normal general pub quiz at 7 p.m. Right, let's go through the answers to the final round and then let me know how you all got on. So question 1 was, what kind of oranges are used to make marmalade? The answer is Seville oranges. Question 2 was, from which animal does Italian pancetta come from? The answer is pig. Number 3 is, what is the main ingredient of tarka dal, and that was lentils. Number 4 was, which part of the lotus flower is frequently used in Asian cookery, and that is a root. Number 5 was, what is the national dish of South Africa, and that's bobotie. So that's Boboti, bobotie. Question 6 was, preserved lemons are often popular in Morocco. How are they preserved? They are stuffed with salt and stored in brine or water, apparently. Question 7 was, which popular nut grown in the Middle East is green, and that is a pistachio nut. Number 8 was, what confectionery product is traditionally bought as a gift from the seaside holiday, and that is a stick of rock. Number 9 was, what does artisan mean? Now, it means made by small scale producers with traditional methods, apparently. Number 10, what is affinage? And that is the maturation of cheese. Number 11 is, what is the name for the removal of the green and white stalks of strawberry? And that is called hulling. Number 12 was, wasabi is used in which type of food? That is Japanese food, especially sushi. 13 is, what nut does Waldorf salad contain? Now, if you remember, I asked you this in round 2, question 4, and the answer is walnut. Question 14 was, English Toffee Day is in which month? Now, I'll give you a bonus point if you tell me the date of it as well. So the month is January, the date was the 8th. So the 8th of January is National Toffee Day. Number 15, mulled sauce often has which sweet treat in it? And that is chocolate. 16, Kobe meat originates in which country? And that is Japan. Number 17 was, for what dish is air injected under a duck's skin to separate it from the fat? And that is Peking duck. Number 18 was, what color is a typical Maine lobster after it is cooked? And that is red and orange. 19, brown shrimp are native to Morecambe Bay in England, but how are they preserved? They are potted, boiled and stored in a seasoned butter. And the final question of this week's specialist quiz was, which fatty acid is found in many fish and considered to be a major health benefit? And that is omega-3. So that was your specialist quiz this week with me. Let me know how you got on before I go, or if you can, just message me later and let me know how you got on. Hope you all enjoyed it. Like I say, I've certainly enjoyed it, finding out some new information on food myself. Could do a possible music quiz on Wednesday of a certain decade, but putting it to a certain decade, it puts off other people. So I could do it. I could possibly do a 70s, 80s, 90s, and then a 2000 music, or I could do 5 rounds, each round relating to a different year. So maybe that could be an option of doing that. 44 out of 62. That's not bad. A science quiz again. I could do that. It does limit to certain people though that doesn't know a lot about science. But that is, I usually throw a science quiz in my general knowledge round occasionally. So I might do that next week. On Monday, I'll do like a subject round like I did when I was on Facebook, doing that. Again, boxing quiz, great idea. But maybe that will be in a sports quiz, maybe. So different subjects. Getting some good ideas coming through for different quizzes. I'll have a think, see what I can do. Whether it could be a TV or film related quiz, or could be a sports quiz, music quiz. I'll see. I'll have a think over the next week, see what I can do. But I'm definitely obviously going to stick with doing my general knowledge on the Monday, which will always include TV and film and general knowledge. It'll just be the 3 rounds in between that I might mix up every so often. We could throw in 10 questions of music, sports, and different other rounds. But other than that, I hope you all enjoy it. As I say, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, should give you some updates of when I'm next going to do it. I usually post up on Facebook anyway of when I'm going to do the next quiz, so you can all get the link. Please share when I do post that quiz. Let other people know. Join in with the quiz. It'd be nice to see other people joining in live. So yeah. So I hope you're all staying safe. Music and general knowledge. Again, that is my Monday quiz that I do. General knowledge is usually, and then that will be all different types of rounds. Again, I hope you can join me at 7 o'clock on Monday for the normal quiz. Until then, thank you for joining me, Lee Achilles Servine, and stay safe and enjoy your rest of the week.